Hi, this is Jay with Explore Colombia. Today we're close to Cota in Cundinamarca, Colombia. We're going up this mountain to explore some ancient rock shelters. As you can see here, this is terribly overgrown. Nobody comes up here, so I've literally got to fight my way through the undergrowth. I'm about halfway up now, probably another 15 minutes climbing, and we should reach the first shelter. Here I am arriving at the first of these rock shelters. Let's get over and let's have a look inside. Now this is the largest of the shelters that we're going to see today. Now this is roughly just over, say, 1.6 meters tall. So it's quite easy to stand up inside. As you can see here in this rock shelter, we've got signs of extensive blackening and soot damage, which shows evidence that a fire was maintained here, an ancient fire. This really would have been the perfect place to shelter all those years ago. Fantastic views out across what is today the savannah of Bogotá, and what thousands of years ago would have been the ancient glacial lake Humboldt. Well, here we are coming into this next rock shelter. As you can see, this is quite a big rock shelter. This isn't a natural site. Somebody chose this place, this space, and they adapted it for their needs. This would have provided excellent refuge, a fantastic vantage point, and a great view out across the ancient Lake Humboldt. This really would have been prime real estate all those thousands of years ago. So we're just coming down now onto this next rock shelter. As you can see, the opening is rounded and it's been carved back into the rock. Let's get down and see what's inside. Now again, we can see this cave is man-made. A circular entrance has been carved into this rock and hollowed out inside to form this ancient rock shelter. Now this rock shelter is very distinct to the others that we've looked at, as well as being hand carved and possibly used for inhabitation. This rock shelter also bears some very, very important symbolic art. As we move along the wall inside here, we're going to come across a pictogram. Now, I'm not going to touch this. I'm not even going to get close enough to breathe on this. This is ancient rock art. Now, this has only ever been seen by two archaeologists, and both of them have identified it as some kind of abstract megafauna. And you can see it is abstract, but you can clearly see it's got legs at the back, legs at the front, a bulbous front part, an elongated snout at the front, which is why this has been identified as a mastodon, which would date this rock art back to the end of the late Pleistocene period, coming into the Younger Dryas and coming into the Holocene period, which dates it at least 12,000 years old, which ties in well with the nearby sites in El Abra, Zipaquira. The second amazing thing about this cave is that here on these bottom panels we have petroglyphs. Now these are not just random symbols. You can see here these are inside parallel lines. They've been deliberately carved within those lines to stand out. We've got triangular features there, raised features that are 100% man-made. As we move across the bottom panel in this cave, we come to more of these markings. Now these are perhaps more pronounced. We have the same triangular and square symbols, which are set within these heavy parallel lines. And as we move over, there is another panel on this side with similar indentations and similar carvings. And it actually extends nearly all the way across the cave in a semicircle to this side as well. Now the question is, what do these symbols mean? Now, they look more than random. There are repeated shapes, repeated symbols, all across these panels in this cave, which suggests something more than symbolism, that perhaps someone was trying to communicate something. Now you can see from above that there is no question of doubt that these symbols are man-made. Let's get in a bit closer here. We can see we've got some squares, we've got some triangular shapes carved inside these parallel blocks into the rock. We can see that the top part and the back wall of this cave is adorned with some fantastic white artwork. Now, some of this may be natural, some of this may be minerals that have leached through the rock, but the formations and the shapes that are there on the wall are definitely intentional. I mean, it has symbolic points on it, identifying marks, and it seems to show the surrounding area. This mark here has been circled off, which perhaps suggests a point of origin. As we come down to the bottom as well, we can see again, this is not natural minerals leaching through natural cracks in the rock. This has been deliberately marked and deliberately created. That has been drawn by man. Now this so-called map lies hidden at the back of a rock shelter, protected from the elements and time, exactly where you would expect important information to be hidden. Now, here behind me you can see a much better view of the map. And I mean, you can see clearly it's been drawn, it's got boundaries marked in white, it's got points of reference. Now, this shows an incredible spatial awareness, an incredible knowledge of their environment, which, according to mainstream archaeology, these hunter-gatherers that would have lived here all those thousands of years ago did not have. No other sites like this have been located in South America. This is unique. This is an oddity. To find an ancient pictogram and petroglyphs, and what I believe to be, as you can see behind me, a man-made map inside an ancient rock shelter is 1 in a billion. This site could give answers to many lingering questions regarding the people that lived here all those thousands of years ago. Well, that's me done for the day. I'm going to start heading back down this mountain now. An excellent day's exploring. Thanks for watching. See you next time.